Thank you again for joining us for the Networking Sparks course, How to Build Your Personal Brand. And we need to talk about something very serious. I know social media, it's your page, you do whatever you want to do with it, but that's not true. You are connected to other people. And I want to just basically talk to you about posting and what you're posting so that we could maintain a good reputation as we are on our social media pages. So that's what you're going to learn right now about what we need to do before we post. Think. T-H-I-N-K. It's real simple. We got to think before we post online. There's some questions. There's 6 questions that we need to think about before. Who might be able to read this? Okay. If you're in your social media timelines, I don't care if it's Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, other people can read it. Okay. People that you do not even know are looking at your posts. They're called trolls. Okay. We've got trolls out there, but I'm not calling my mother a troll. But what she does is she goes online, but she doesn't say anything, and she's got that like silhouette of a picture up there. But every time I talk to her, she says, I didn't know such and such and such. And I'm like, where'd you get that from, Mom? Oh, I saw it on Facebook. So she didn't comment, she didn't post, she didn't say anything, but she's on Facebook and she's not commenting. So there are people that are looking at your profile, especially if you're going to get a job. 75% or more of employers, 75% or more of employers are going online before they're even calling back for interviews. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're not posting things that are not complimentary of who you are as an individual. It stays in your timeline. As a matter of fact, I just got a notification today. I posted on Facebook and it showed me memories from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I posted about cupcakes. There were 2 posts, but this one in particular. And everybody knows I love the salted cupcake. It's a place here that has the most amazing cupcakes. So they posted this image of me and I baked these strawberry cupcakes that looked like trash. I mean, they were the worst looking ever. I wish I could show you a picture of them. They were long and they had fallen out of the little paper cups, and it was funny, but that stayed in my timeline. That's there, period. And now everybody can see that. Not a big deal to me because I just go to the salted cupcake. I don't have to worry about baking cupcakes anymore, right? But what are those things that you're posting that you don't want people to read? Or maybe you had an argument, or maybe you were upset with someone and you posted something that maybe in a fit of anger, and then you turned around maybe a year from now, you're friends with that person, but it's still showing up. So please make sure that you think before you post. Am I posting in anger? That's the second thing. Am I posting? Am I mad? Am I pissed? Am I ticked off? Well, that's not the time to post. When you're upset, and I've done this before, I've taken a text and I've texted, but I did not send. Or I've posted and I said, let me go get a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever, and I'm going to come back to that. And let me send the email, or let me type the email, but don't send it. A really good one that I like to do is I like to take a piece of paper. I know people don't like these things called pens and paper anymore, but I'll take a pen and paper and I'll write down my thoughts. I'll write down if I'm upset about something or what I'm thinking. And then, especially if I'm angry, and then I'll take it, I'll crumble it up like the next day. Because guess what? My mood changed, my thought process changed on it. None of us are perfect, and I don't want to alienate people. I want to network, I want to connect, I want to make friends. So you have to be really careful when you're posting and when you're angry. Okay, so we go to restaurants or we go to other places that may not have the best customer service. We just need to be careful what we say as we post. I know if they really tick you off, I get that part, but you just have to be really careful as you're posting, and just think of think of the next thing. Could someone feel disrespectful? Okay, number 3, could someone feel disrespected? Yes, they could, but why should you want them to? I mean, that's going to come back to you. They might have precipitated or done something wrong to you, but it's going to come back to you. And especially as you're networking, you don't know who knows who. So my dad says, never burn a bridge, because you never know if you got to go back over that bridge. So make sure that you're not disrespecting other individuals or their parents or their family members and things like that. And this could go really great for, you know, high schoolers, but believe it or not, there are a lot of adults out there that need this information too. Unfortunately, sad to say, but true. Am I revealing too much about myself? I live my life on social media. I have to. I'm a radio personality, and, you know, I do a lot of conferences and things like that. I have to appear, you know, online. I have to tell certain things, but I don't have to tell you my social security number. I don't have to tell you, you know, what I ate for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. What I want to share on social media is things that are uplifting to others, positive to others, and I sprinkle in a little bit about me and about my business so that people will be able to, you know, utilize my business and services, or listen to my show. So we want them to know about networking. That's very important. So I'm what? I'm the networking diva, hashtag networking diva approved. So I'm always, you know, posting with that in mind. You need to do the same thing when you post. You don't want to reveal too much about yourself, because that could go against you later. If you're in a relationship and it's not a solid relationship, and when I say solid, I mean marriage, we like to think is solid. I get that, and sometimes it's not. But that's more solid than if you're having a boyfriend or a girlfriend every 3 weeks, a new one. Okay, so you got to be real careful with some of those posts that we make that are revealing too much information about who you are as an individual. Am I showing a bad side of myself? A bad side of myself. If you're drunk, hungover, sitting not ladylike, if you're, you know, not wearing enough clothing or appropriate clothing, not saying anything's wrong with wearing a, you know, a bathing suit while you're online, but you know, if you're the president of a company, you're not going to want to do that. You know, you want to be real careful what it is that you're showing the world, because then you have these other wackos out here that will use that information against you, or use information in other ways that we don't even want to talk about. So make sure that you're showing good images of yourself, but also that you're showing yourself in a great light. And then show your friends in a great light. Don't post pictures of your friends if they're, you know, if they're stooped over, they're drunk, they've thrown up, you know, they're saying and doing crazy things, people that are fighting. I don't get that. Save that boxing for the ring, okay? But they don't. People post these images and they laugh about it and things like that. You just have to be very, very careful. There's already enough negativity. We'll leave that to some of the media, okay? So how could someone misinterpret what you're saying? Absolutely. Any day of the week. We're always misinterpreted, but you can bridge those gaps and make sure that you're not as misinterpreted if you think before you post online. It's very important. Think before you post. And we'll be back with another Networking Sparks course. Make sure you visit us online at networkingsparks.com or networkingdiva.org. We'll be right back.